we just saw an orangutan with a mom and a baby in the wild.
In the wild. Very cool. Very far away, but we were able to capture it a little bit on the camera phones.
You won't be able to tell it's an orangutan, though. I don't think.
But it was.
It was. Good morning. I'm Cory.
And I'm Wallace.
And we're an early retired couple that are traveling the world. At the moment, we're in
Sepalok,
Sabah,
Malaysia.
And what river are we on?
The Kinabatangan River. We're currently staying here at the Hornbill Lodge. And this is day 2 of our tour here with River Junkies. And we're going out for a pre-dawn morning cruise down the river for a safari before breakfast.
And it is pouring rain, so we're anticipating being soaking wet because all of our stuff from last night is still wet and we're still wearing it. So
yeah, if you've watched the last video in this series, which was day 1, we went for a river cruise last night before dinner and got absolutely drenched. Some of our clothes are still a little wet from that, and they're gonna get wet again. So should be an interesting day. We've got a lot of activities planned, and we'll take you guys along for the ride. It's just about 6 a.m. right now. We are waiting for our guide to come pick us up in the boat. As you can see, it's still pretty dark. Sky's getting a little lighter, and it's raining. Not as hard as last night, granted, but it is definitely raining. So we're about to get pretty soaked.
I was conscious about sometimes we can see crocodiles just swim next to us. Started getting hot for them. They can move about like 2 kilometers per day for the monkey. Then actually Proboscis monkey, they only can found in the islands of Borneo, so that's why they're so special in Borneo. Not only in Kinabatangan, but in Borneo, because they only can found in the islands of Borneo. And then they live in 2 different groups. The first group called a family group. The average numbers of the group for the family group or harem group of the Proboscis monkey is about like 15. The other groups called bachelor group, or some of the people call them Backstreet Boys. Because in the group of these bachelor, all of them male in the group. They lead by the alpha. And then this monkey, or this young male monkey allowed to stay Proboscis monkey, then a female Proboscis monkey, because they look very similar when they're young. But later when they come to the certain age, we can see the nose of the big male monkey, they start to grow and bigger and bigger. Female than the male, they look a bit like different, because the male's color is more brighter compared to the female. If you look carefully from the back side, so the male, it looks similar. They are wearing orange jacket at the back and then white underwear. Not respect to the new male joining the group. And then sometimes some of the male, so they do have different character. It happens sometimes some of the male, they might show his power to everybody in the group, and then the way how they do that, sometimes they might hurt the female, or they might kill. They have like a same routine every day. They coming close to the river, and then choose the tree very close to the water.
Wallace is hot people.
They also the leaf eater. Oh, you see the other one up there? The color is more color. Look, the mother with the baby. So the baby, because they're gonna turn to become silver when they age about a year ago. Color is more. There's another one just sit over there. Me too. The mom with the baby. Yes, yes. Oh, sorry. Chay, masih di sini lagi, Chay. Kau di mana? Iya, Bang. Suruh jalan, Cah. Habis. Iya, Bang.
We just saw an orangutan with a mom and a baby in the wild.
Very cool. Very far away, but we were able to capture it a little bit on the camera phones.
You won't be able to tell it's an orangutan now, I don't think.
But it was.
It was.
So far away at the back on the left hand side, you see the bird, the big bird on the tree to the back over there. So that they get very wet. That's why the big bird like this, they like to coming up very top of the tree. You know which one it is, right? A silver-leaf monkey or silver langur. You can see the other one just up there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's next to it. Yes, for this one, because this one also you can find them also in some places. For example, if you go to a recreation place nearby the forest,
How many have got that injury?
because this macaque, if any monkey didn't really like the others, so they might attack, and then this is actually what happens sometimes. But this is because of fight. Because this macaque, if any monkey didn't really like the others, so they might attack, and then this is actually what happens sometimes. Just like I mentioned before, they don't eat something sweet like banana. They're eating the fruit of the trees. The tree is called pongkol.
Well, that morning river cruise was not as wet as we were afraid it was going to be. The rain did taper off, and it ended up being a great morning.
Yeah. As soon as the rain kind of like tapered, it made it way more enjoyable.
Yes.
We saw orangutan.
We saw a wild orangutan with a baby way in the distance, but we saw it. There was a lot of proboscis monkeys. We saw some silverleaf monkeys. We saw a bunch of long-tailed macaques. We saw the big crocodile again from yesterday, and a different location, a little baby crocodile.
Yep.
And a whole bunch of different birds, hornbills, and something apparently called a Wallace's. What was it?
I can't
Wallace's hawk something.
I said
or
it in
something
the video.
hawk.
I'll have to
Which I didn't even know that was a thing. So bonus for that because Wallace. And yeah, so we had a great morning there. We've finished breakfast and now we're just relaxing for a little bit. And in about 20 minutes, we're going for a late morning jungle walk with our guide, which should be interesting, and we'll see some more wildlife and get all hot and sweaty and mosquito bitey in the jungle, I'm sure.
Yep, but that's okay because that's what we're here for.
But we're dry, and
at this moment,
right now, that's a huge win compared to last night. So we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Got my rubber boots on and ready for our jungle walk.
It was hard to decide what to wear. I think it might rain. I think it might be okay. So I went with rain jacket.
I don't think it's going to rain.
This is the River Kinabatangan. All of that. You can enjoy the
What you got?
Oh, there's some tree shaking over there. Is that right? I think that guy's gonna go. He'll like check me. Hey!
Got a hat.
Yeah, he's got it. The leech. There.
too dark to capture it, but we saw another wild orangutan with a mom and a baby.
And she's building a nest apparently.
We can see it, but I can't get any photograph of
Very,
it.
very dark on the video. Just for scale, this is how far away we are from the top of that tree there in the center.
Thank you.
Soon we see something interesting maybe for tonight, yeah?
Right.
Alright, so we're gonna start by, say again? I can wear the boots. You can wear the boots. Yeah.
We just got back from a 3-hour boat tour on the river, which was absolutely incredible. We had beautiful weather this evening. It was absolutely perfect. And we saw lots of proboscis monkeys, lots of the long-tailed macaques, and we even saw another wild orangutan with a baby, which was just super awesome. Now it is 6:30. It's pitch black out. I'm going to go down. I just came up to our room to wash up and spray some more bug spray, and we're going to head down to dinner. Cory's already there, so I'm going to go meet her there.
Evening cruise was awesome. He spent 3 hours. We saw an orangutan with a baby. It's not going to show very well on the video, but it was the best we could do. and we saw lots of proboscis monkeys, and just, it was incredible. We saw some crocodiles, and our guide's really good. He's really patient and really just takes his time with making sure that everybody gets to see it and everybody's really happy. I'm going to be on my own tonight. I'm going to go for a night walk, and can't guarantee I will get any pictures, but we'll see what happens. At least I'll give you a rundown of what happens.
Not yet. They're not sleeping yet.
You're not overwhelming him.
Slowly, slowly. Sige, depan dia slowly. Slowly. If we got bitten, we also get hurt, very hurt.
Eye contact.
Do they bite?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It takes them half an hour to get to you to bite you.
He's so cute. That bite very strong.
Yes. Be ready to see, yeah?
I'm trying to take pictures of him.
They tend to live on their own, or do they?
Yeah, they leave or they leave.
What predators? They don't know how they could escape predators very easily. Is that why they have a venom, I guess?
They also, yeah, this is the way how they get the predator who come try to get them.
So what eats them? Is it the tiger leopard?
Yeah, this is one of the predators.
Oh right, so it has the sting.
Snake.
Could it kill a monkey? No.
Say again?
Could it kill a monkey? With its
Uh,
venom?
yeah. Also, they can kill a monkey.
He's always trying to do that.
But they keep it nighttime.
I just got back from the night walk. Wasn't very successful. We only saw one slow lory, which was kind of the same one that we saw last time.
Slow loris.
Slow loris, and a grasshopper. Interesting story though. He took us through some mud, and it was very deep and very squishy. And unfortunately, one of the kids lost their boot, so that was fun.
I am glad I opted to skip and don't feel like I missed out on much. So
No, he did not.
no
today.
FOMO going on today. Anyways, that is the end of day 2 here at River Junkies and the Hornbill Lodge. Had a lot of fun today. The river cruises were really awesome, and we saw lots of monkeys,
We saw orangutans.
orangutans. Actually, both, morning and evening
Yeah.
cruises. We saw orangutans with a mother with a baby, and all in all, I'd say
Yeah,
it's
it
a
was
pretty
fantastic.
fantastic day.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap. I think we're gonna get some sleep because we have to get up really early tomorrow morning.
So thanks for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up to give us a like, and make sure to subscribe.
And we hope that you'll join us in our next video for more adventures. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.